I'm legally insane. And this right here is a box of adult diapers, which you just might want to be wearing right about now. I'm already wearing 2 pair. Because today, we're heading downtown, back of the 7-Eleven right behind the dumpster. I'm going to pick up your mother right now, and I'm bringing $10 with me. And hidden behind these adult-sized diapers are a bunch of retro games. And we're talking absolute trash. Pure garbage. The lowest of the low. Yeah, some of them are half decent. But we're going to be trying to trade these in today. We're going to be running an experiment. I'm going to hit up 3 different stores. And we're going to see what kind of offers we can get and what kind of rare games we can find. Because this is doubling up as a rare game hunting video. And I'm going to show you that you can find rare games at these stores. And I'm going to show you that each one of these stores is going to give you different offers. I've known that from experience. You got to shop around, especially if you have good games. And when it comes to this trash, maybe nobody wants some of this stuff. Maybe they outright reject it. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Spoiler alert, one of them's FIFA 08 for the PSP. Does anybody want that? We'll find out. We'll find out. You know, sometimes it's better to go on eBay to sell some of your trash, and other times it's not. It really depends on the circumstances, what kind of offers you get, and what kind of games the other stores have waiting that you would actually like to purchase. Do they have good games in stock? Because it's one thing to trade a game in and get a really good deal, but if they don't have anything in return that you're interested in buying, then it's just not worth it. All right, so I wrote down the values of some of these games. And let's start with the good ones. And I'll put up the price chartings and I'll talk about some eBay, show some eBay clips as well. This is a game I tried to trade in earlier. It's scratched up, it doesn't work. But one of the stores that we're about to go to has an $8,000 disc resurfacing machine. They said they can easily fix that up, and they offered me, for a combination of the 2 games here, plus NFL Street 2 CIB, this is only CB. Game and case only. That's the original case. Dead or Alive 2, great game. Worth a lot of money for Dreamcast for what it is. Whereas NFL Street 2, also scratched up. Doesn't work. They offered me $35 Canadian dollars, which isn't too bad. It's not ideal because I can get, I could sell this on eBay for $35 as is. And then I have to pay shipping, which won't cost much, plus eBay fees. But, I mean, we're getting close to $35 in value just on this game alone. So how much could I then sell this on eBay for? But anyways, they're both scratched. And I turned it down before, and I'm changing my mind. I think I'm going to accept it. If they can still make me an offer about the same, I'm going to take it. This is CIB, just so you know. I'm going to take the game out. I'll straight up show you. That's a deep, deep scratch, buddy. Very, very deep. So I think I'm going to give it to him because I've had second thoughts. I'm going to accept it because if they give me 35, I think they're going to lowball me. I think I should have taken it when I could have got it. Because it's going to cost me $4 per game to resurface. That's what they charge. So in reality, because of that added cost, I can't even sell it unless I pay $8. I got to pay $8 to get these resurfaced. Can't even sell them. So in reality, they actually offered me $35 plus $8, which is $43. I'm also going to try to give them this Mario Party that is also scratched up to hell. Terrible condition. A seller completely scammed me on it. I don't know if it's even repairable. The disc scratch is even worse. But Mario Party does price chart for $29 disc only, $35 CIB. So if they are willing to give it a chance, I'm going to sell them that as well. DOA price charts for $28.08 disc only, $43 CIB Canadian dollars. Oh yeah, and NFL Street trades for 2016 at present CIB. So not that much, but sometimes the sold listings go higher. Price charting is just a temporary, or it gives you a rough idea. Okay, yeah, let's start with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Shockingly, this is the Wii version, and shockingly, it sells. I kid you not. It does sell. I don't know who buys these games, but I guess they're really popular. I mean, you couldn't pay me to buy it. Good condition. CIB good condition. Good case. Not too bad. You know, fairly good overall, considering a lot of Wii games, kids didn't take good care of them. Cheapest on eBay was like $12.79 CIB. So I got to ask myself, do I want to go to eBay or do I want to trade it in? And I'm going to try and trade it in. Price charts for $11.66 CIB. You're not going to get it for that price most of the time. I'm going to try to trade this in. This is just going to be a joke. It's going to be for fun. Celebrity Sports Showdown. It's an empty case and it's busted. See that corner? There it is. Busted up case. Nothing inside. Seller gave it to me for free. I'm going to try to get 69 cents for it. And we'll see which stores have a sense of humor, which ones don't. See if any of them get the joke. See if any of them will take me up on my offer. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Maybe somebody will want it. You never know. We got Wipeout Pure. What's that price chart for? $8.91, but that doesn't mean you can get $8.91. Some of these, I'll have to show you eBay postings. Sometimes they're cheaper than that, like $6.99 or so. Gonna try and trade these in. FIFA Soccer 08. Shockingly, price charts for pretty high. $9.09, but I did see an eBay listing for $6.49. And by the way, this will ship for like $1.44, maybe $1.79 or something like that. So very, very cheap to ship, plus the cost of the envelope, of course. But these are highly profitable items. Very cheap, light Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy games, Switch games, PSP games. They can all be shipped for cheap, which increases your profit margin. Whereas sometimes, depending on how heavy the game is, like this is heavy. This Xbox game, the Wii one's real light. This will ship for cheap, I think. This one's real heavy. It's some manuals inside. The case is very thick, high quality, very sturdy case. Xbox OG had the best cases. Good color, too. But this will cost $5 rounded up. Like $4.79 to ship that. So these little games, very profitable. I've sold so many of these on eBay. You just have to be patient. That's the catch. Whereas if I trade them in today, I got myself an instant sale, and I'm going to try to find a good game that makes it worth my time. So that's FIFA, Star Wars. Price charts for $11.69, but I did see an eBay posting as low as $6.99. Meaning I'm not going to get $11.69. Not here in Canada, at least. But that's still a highly profitable number. You know, maybe I put mine up for $7.25, let the other guy sell out, $7.50. Or I go cheaper than him, $6.95, right? You got options. Just depends how long you're willing to wait. Maybe you go $9. Some people are waiting, try and get $9. SOCOM, price charts for $7.77, disc only. I think that's roughly what you probably get on eBay. And lastly, Italian Job, which is a movie. This one was shockingly high for price. Actually, there was no accurate price charting, but it was selling for pretty cheap. I thought I wrote it down. I guess I did not. I'll have to show a screenshot, but I'm sure I found them on eBay maybe anywhere between $6.99 and $9 or $10 maybe. We're going to hit up some retro game stores and see what kind of offers we can get. To be honest, I'm not expecting much, and I'm expecting that these stores are probably going to outright reject some of these games, like FIFA Soccer 08. Guys, we're about to head to the first store. It's a combination of a arcade, retro arcade mixed with a retro game store. They're relatively new as far as I know, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. Hopefully they have something good, because I would like to support the business, keep them open. Hopefully they gain some traction. They're in a smaller town. It's probably pretty tough to find a strong customer base, but at the same time, there's not very many options around here, so maybe they're in a good spot. And then after that, we're going to go to Victoria. Picking up your mother first, though. We're going to do that first, then we're going to Whiffle Games. I got all my games in this beat-up Walmart bag. And it's raining out. I have not washed my car in over 5 years, and I never will. I'm never going to wash this car. Let me prove it to you right now. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. You're going to want to see this. See that green stuff down there? Green mold? I don't know what that is, but this is all over the car. It ain't just on these side mirrors here, buddy. This goes all in the back, all over the spoiler. I've had spiders. I'll try and show up a clip. Does anyone else have spider webs? Don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick this up. Spider webs. Spiders living in your car mirrors. Spider lives under there somewhere. I've seen him come out before. He hides back behind the mirror. That's just what happens when you don't wash your car for 5 years. Spiders start to live in the various nooks and crannies that they can find. Because the angle of the sun and whatnot, I don't know if this camera's picking up the spider web, but it is a full spider web, and it connects even to the main window, but it's not on the window itself, so the window can still roll down. It's on this black part here. On our way to Whiffle Games, and we're trying to avoid the cops. They're out looking for me. There might be one right behind me right now, actually. I don't trust anybody. I may or may not have killed a guy. Might have been 2 guys, might have been 3 guys. June 17th, 2007. 3 guys went missing. 3 men went missing in Michigan. Unrelated to the 2 men that went missing back in Saskatoon. They went missing in 2008. They had a Nintendo Wii collection that also went missing. Just like the first 3 guys in Michigan had an NES and a Super Nintendo collection, also went missing. Unrelated to anything I've ever done, that's for sure. This is Whiffle Games. We're going to try and trade in this pile of garbage games. Joust as well. We're going to start with Final Lap 3, the oldest 80s style retro racer. We're going to move up to Hydro Thunder, and then the newest one, Rush 2049. Alright, next up is Rush 2049. This a bunch of phone numbers here you can enter.
Phone number or PIN and press enter.
Maybe it like saves your stats or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Secret? No pressure, you're still 8 out of 8.
I go a lot slower than they do.
Definitely not how you win.
Wow, there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
Holy, those are rare.
Press start to play. Let's go. Here we go! It's me, Mario!
No, we got some. I still have it right now. I still have it, but yeah, I got it. It was on. Just stay up for a few hours. I saw it. Yeah.
Do you go back and watch these?
Do I edit them?
No, do you go back and watch them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just to like see what he's got and
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't tell them. Exactly.
Anything that you want.
Oh, no. Well, possibly.
Okay.
I'll check the prices. Okay, so I'll notice if there's something that I missed.
Okay.
But we're gonna keep everybody quiet. Yeah. Just because. Like,
And sometimes there are. One time I went back, there's a $200 game for 100, but when I went back, it was gone.
Wow. She wants to get away. And she's offered us some crazy deals. But again, she's sick right now. So, but I can't believe her. You know, whatever they want.
Spice Girls? Oh my gosh.
And actually, people like people calling. Like, hey, what's that?
This is the one that we just played at the arcade.
You watch it, like, oh, he's a football guy. And he's like, oh,
Very rare, expensive game. The manual is a little bit watered down. That's a really good price. Okay, I'm at Epic Games. I'm going to be trying to trade in the scratched games. And I forgot the other PSP games that I was going to try to trade in. I forgot them at Whiffle Games. So I've got to cancel my plans there.
Pwede na lang natin hanapin. Sa downtown ko yun. Hindi kailangan.
Yeah, so for 7 packs, it'd be $7.40. Yeah, so you have 75 credit.
Flintstones bowling. That looks pretty neat. 4 players. Fifth Element.
But yeah, this is all going to swap out. We can control January 15th.
Rushdown.
Sorry, just this January 15th is the next date. It's every 6 months, though.
Sentient.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. No worries.
Trick and Snowboarder. Wild 9. I'm spending my last dollar on these cat stickers instead of paying my rent. Let's see what I got. Hey, I like the tie
fat
one.
cat in a tie.
I like the fat cat in a tie.
This one is not impressed.
I'm not impressed by this one. He's not impressed with me, and I'm not impressed with him. I'm back again. I went downtown to earn another dollar. Back to the 7-Eleven right behind the dumpster. See what I got. Oh my gosh. I don't like that one. Oh my gosh.
He's a long cat.
This is how they get you.
He's sitting on a shelf. See?
You gotta spend thousands of dollars to get the ones that you want. We're at the third store, hang and play video games. Very difficult game.
Sesame Street, 1, 2, 3.
Gotta use the
Magic
game.
shapes.
Gotta use the game genie for that.
Shapes are the tricky.
All right, so I'm back from all 3 stores now. I'm back in my own vehicle. I just dropped off John Bunday's mother, so I can finally give you guys an update. And it was a sad day, guys. Not gonna lie to you. So we're gonna head back, and we're gonna avoid the cops on the way there. Because the thing is, I'm wanted for murder. There's a warrant out for my arrest down in Michigan. Oh, frig, I gotta edit that out. Pulling up to Whiffle Games, guys. Whiffle Games.
In 100 meters, turn right onto James Street.
WhiffleGames.com. I'm very interested in this guy's Sega Dreamcast Daytona USA. I'm very, very interested. He had it for $115. I'm going to check eBay real quick. And I might offer him $100. I'm going to check out the condition in more detail. I'm interested in a lot of his games. Kendo Rage, Super Nintendo. I don't know what that goes for yet. I got to look that one up too. There's a couple games I am interested in. Not that I have the money to buy them all, but I might consider picking up one. I'm going to check the prices. Since I'm here to pick up my games anyway, I'm going to check out the prices, and maybe I will walk away with something. Because I actually have not bought anything from any of the 3 stores that we just went to.
Yeah, legally insane. Yeah. Check the joystick, retro kings in the building. Pac-Man appetite, munching up millions. Button mash moves, combo spilling, wearing adult diapers, no time for chilling. 16-bit dreams, cartridge on the dresser, pulling all-nighters, I'm a high-score professor. Velcro sneakers, still a trendsetter, got the game on lock, but my bladder says never. Legally insane, controllers in hand, retro vibes, diapers keeping us standing. No bathroom breaks, we'll game through the pain. Legally insane, we're running the campaign. Yeah, duck hunt precision, aim on the screen. Diaper so fresh, it's my gaming routine. 8-bit symphony, living the dream. Mortal Kombat battle fatality scene. Mario hops and my swag just bounces. Donkey Kong barrels rolling like ounces. Pause button hit when the diaper announces. But back to the grind, this joystick astounds us. We're legally insane, controllers in hand. Retro vibes, diapers keeping us standing. No
Buying Airstrike Patrol. I'm trading this in for 69 cents. Back at the hideout, and I got some good news and bad news. But before I get into that, I do want to talk about that arcade real quick, because I want everybody out there to start hitting up a retro game arcade near you and kind of relive the glory days. You know, I didn't grow up in the 80s. I wasn't there when Donkey Kong was king of the world. 70s, 80s, whenever that was. Might have even been late 70s. But I got to play Space Invaders and Joust, for example. And those would have been Space Invaders and Donkey Kong used to rule the arcade. They also had Miss Pac-Man. Everyone says that is the best Pac-Man game. Didn't get to play it, but I did play Space Invaders, and I actually had a blast. And Joust is insane, especially on 2-player. Super fun game. Still holds up today. When you can play Space Invaders at the arcade, the screen was really advanced. It's hard to describe the screen. But when you could play Space Invaders at the arcade in 2025 and have a good time, that shows you how good it is. And it's hard. As I was playing it, I was imagining how people would get addicted to that. I could understand and acknowledge how easily how easy it would be to get addicted to that game and how easy it would be to just pump your life savings worth of quarters into that machine because that's what people were doing back then. They were doing that with Donkey Kong and Space Invaders. And I could absolutely see just trying to get better and better and better. Very fun game. Now I understand why people used to sit in front of that machine and piss their life savings away and sit there for 8 hours on a freaking weekend. 8 hours straight just playing Space Invaders. So let's talk about the outcome of the trades. As you know, I forgot my PSP games at Whiffle Games, but I did mention to the stores what I had verbally. Whiffle Games rejected them, obviously, and then Epic Games rejected every single game. They don't take loose PSP games. Simple as that. But then Hang and Play Video Games said that they don't want FIFA. You know, they were cherry picking a little bit more. Understandably, they don't want Italian Job. All right, I get it. You don't want Italian Job. They would happily take Star Wars and for a very good price. $4 Canadian. Absolute insanely good price considering it does not sell good on Canadian eBay. Very good deal. You know, you're looking at $7 on Canadian eBay. Wipeout Pure, she did not want that, I don't think. And by the way, I know the owner. I bought in games thousands and thousands of dollars of games off of her in auction groups. And I think she said she would give me $2 for SOCOM. Also a great deal. And, you know, she was hesitant to even tell me because it's such a low offer. But I said, hey, that's actually not bad. That's actually not a bad offer considering what it is. Right? Considering how difficult it is to sell and how it's not worth much. And I did forget to mention Call of Duty to both Epic Games and Hang and Play Video Games. But I think somebody would have taken it because Whiffle Games, he was kind of eyeing this one, believe it or not. So I think he knows that sometimes these Call of Duty games sell. I don't know who's buying them. I couldn't tell you that. I think a bunch of retards are buying them. That's who. And retards exist. That's another thing you'll learn with experience. I've been in the game long enough to know that retards buy games like this all day, every day. It's a little bit harder to sell Gallop and Ride for the Wii than it is to sell Call of Duty. It sells. It sells. He was eyeing it. He thought about it, and then he turned it down. So that's the bad news. We failed, and I forget if I already mentioned or not, so I'm going to repeat it. But Epic Games screwed me. So the first time I went there, they offered me $35 for these two games, and I wouldn't have to pay to get the discs repaired. And I found out the hard way that it depends on what employee is there. And that will determine what price you get, which is absolutely ridiculous. He said he looked up the prices, but now I know he didn't because he straight up told me, he's like, yeah, I'll give you $25 for all of these plus Mario Party 8. And after I told him, well, I had a $35 offer for just these two. And he says, yeah, but look at the condition. You know, I would put Dead or Alive on the shelf for $10. Buddy, on no planet is anyone in the world going to sell this for $10. And I even was talking to the other store owner about it. Then she was laughing. She knew. So I don't know if they're trying to scam me or what the deal is. I think it was just an employee who's half retarded. That's what I think. I think the guy was an actual under 69 IQ retard. Because I have an IQ of exactly 69. I think I know a thing or two. I've been told that I am the smartest man alive with this IQ. That's what I've been told. My mother told me that. So I ended up leaving Epic Games. I was pissed off, but I did get the discs resurfaced. I'm going on eBay. I'm going to throw up Dead or Alive for $35 on eBay, which I think is a fair price. At least at present time, I'm pretty low price because somebody's trying to get like 40, 45 right now for this exact disc and case. And I accidentally dropped my own game, and I think I cracked the disc even more. Did that at Epic Games. Oh, by the way, at Epic Games, when I was browsing the games, I accidentally dropped one of their games, PS1, and I think the case cracked. I was worried they were going to charge me for it, so I had to get the hell out of there. I picked the game up. I looked side to side. I don't think anybody noticed. I put the game back on the shelf and I left. I'm not paying for that. After you lowball me on these games, I'm not paying for that. I walked out of there. Okay, I bought some cat stickers on the way out, but then I left. They got me on the cat stickers. They're good. They're okay stickers though. Some of them were okay. So here's what I did. I did give my Mario Party 8 to Hang and Play Video Games. They have no supply. She told me she's been cleared out. A bunch of whales just came in, cleared her out of every single good game she has. She's desperately trying to get inventory, but it's very hard to get inventory when you have nothing of value to trade. So I didn't even want to trade her anything, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway. Partly to be nice, because I've done business with her for years. But also just to get rid of that Mario Party 8. You know, maybe I should have gone on eBay, but whatever. That case was disgustingly dirty. It's embarrassing to even sell it. Plus, she desperately needs inventory. And I said, all right. I didn't even take anything. I was eyeing the Game Boy Color game, the Smurfs game. I was eyeing that one up, and in the end, I said, nah, don't worry about it. The label was a little bit not to my liking. I'm very picky on condition. And I walked away, said, I'll come back in a couple of months. Put the $20 on credit, and I'll be back. I mean, I'll just wait for inventories. Maybe I go back in 6 months. It's not a big deal. So that's the bad news. Here's the good news. I got a game that I've had on my buy list for many, many years now. My bucket list. This is Airstrike Patrol. Nobody in the world knows about this game. I've known about it for a very long time. Great game. I've wanted it for years and years and years, but I've been looking for a good label for a good price, and it's actually very hard to find. This was $50. I don't think the camera's going to pick up that sticker, but $50, and it was kind of hidden. Very hard to see at Whiffle Games. I'll try to put up the clip, but you had to kind of bend down and look up. It was hidden at the top. $50. Good label. I saw this same game at Home Tech Games earlier for $65. I almost bought it, but I knew the price was a little bit on the higher end. I've seen them as low as $50 on eBay before. It's just very hard. You know, you got to be patient, especially if you want a good condition label. Now, this one did have a catch. The back was no good, but he swapped it. So I told him, the back was all missing. I don't know what was going on with the back. He did open it up. It's an authentic cart. It also had he said it has a save battery, but I don't recall this game having a save feature. So I'm not sure why it has a save battery. I envision this being a password game. It's like Desert Strike and Jungle Strike, but with way better graphics. It's basically a knockoff of that, made by Seta USA. I don't know who that is. But beautiful graphics. Plenty of different airships. I think there's cheat codes too. I'll look that up. I remember looking that up before. If not, there's at least a password system. I'll put up some cheat codes if I find them on GameFAQ. And I'm very happy with the purchase, $50. So we didn't get any steal of deals. We went rare game hunting with John Bunday's mother. And we just didn't find anything. There was nothing available. Closest we got this trip was some rare cat stickers. A cat wearing a tie. Fat cat wearing a tie. That's the best I got. And normally I do get steal of a deals. But that said, a keen eye is what led me to Airstrike Patrol. You, the viewer, with an IQ under 69, I can guarantee 100% you would have passed on this game. And the fact that you've now seen this video, some of you got a gun pointed at your balls right now. So I didn't see anything special this particular trip. Closest I got was that Smurfs game. I looked up the gameplay. It does look kind of cool. Maybe I'll throw up some gameplay footage of that as well. It looked like it might be a hidden gem. Probably the price is going up. Let's look. Let's check it out. Okay, shockingly, it had a very large dip up. It's trading for 28.09. Remember, they had it on store shelf for 20. Very fair price. Lots of sold listings in that $30 range, let's say. Maybe, I don't know if people are buying it for Halloween or what the deal is here. Huge spike up recently. So a YouTuber must have talked about this for a Halloween video. That's my best guess here. A very cool video. Shout out to whatever YouTuber mentioned this one. It's got to be a hidden gem. Ain't nobody know about this Smurfs Nightmare game. Absolutely nobody. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this one. I would love to see if that trend continues. I'm going to check eBay right now. We're going to do a live gig and look for Smurfs Nightmare right now on Canadian eBay. Okay, so good label, best shipped to my door, $26.95. He might accept a best offer. And that's the cheapest for what's available here in Canada. Next guy is like $30, $45. Wow. Oh, and look at this. There's a black cart version. Oh, that's a PAL version, though. I'd rather have that one. That one plays on regular Game Boys. That's cool. I'm tempted to buy this. Oh, it's got marker on it, though. Dang. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm tempted to put an offer in. I don't know if I'd end up lowballing the guy, though. Yeah, I'll give you $20 with free shipping because of the marker. Should I put an offer in? Ooh, Night of the Living Treehouse. That looks like a good game. I've been really getting into the Game Boy lately. Whoa, look at this. What the hell's going on here? Aegis Limited Edition. Whoa, baby. Holy. What kind of game is this? All right, let's put an offer. I'm just going to put an offer in. Let's just see if I get it. I'll happily give you. Okay, so what's he got? $26.95. So I need $6.95 off the price. There's no way he's going to accept that. He's doing $6.95 because it probably has tracking. So what? I'll offer you what? $14. That's the best I can do, buddy. That's the best I can do. I think it's fair. $21 game. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to over 9,000 subscribers. I also have a Patreon. Link in the description below. I post exclusive content. I do a lot of behind the scenes footage. I posted an Xbox 360 behind the scenes footage video and a Nintendo Switch behind the scenes footage. I got a lot going on behind the scenes. I'm trying to clean things up at the same time. I'm going to probably do an updated game room tour at some point. I did that for the 1,000 subscribers special. I also have a 4,000 subscribers special coming out possibly next week. I'm hoping everybody enjoys it. It's something I came up with. I think it's real unique. I think it's going to be real fun. So consider joining. Shout out to everyone that does support me on Patreon. It means a lot. Your support keeps the channel going. Hopefully you guys learned something new here. Hopefully you had a good time because unfortunately, normally I end up leaving with an absolute steal. Like they call the cops on me every time. This is the first time they haven't called the cops on me. Of every single time I've gone out game hunting, this is the first time.